How we doing in there, everybody? It's your boy Blizzy making another video here. Doing a lot of different content, throwing a lot of different things in you guys' direction. If you're sticking with my channel, I appreciate you hanging on for dear life, especially when it comes to my channel, because I've been all over the fucking place. Pardon my language, but there's been a lot of things moving on. If you watched my earlier years in my YouTube channel, then you saw the progression of my addiction, and yeah, things got pretty wild. But 6 years clean, and I've learned a lot of different things, and I've been through a lot of different things, and now I'm trying to bounce back and make some more content on my YouTube channel and possibly get something going for myself as far as a brand and what me and my soon-to-be wife, fiance now, want to end up doing with ourselves as far as a career and building a home and making a home. But a lot of things have transcribed over our last year in our relationship, and one of them being I moved from Florida to Maine, and really was just over the heat and burning myself out really bad up in Florida with the heat, and I wanted to do something different. So why not come where it gets below negative temperatures? Yeah, so that's what I did. So anyway, I've been doing that for a year. Within 2 weeks of me moving here to Maine, we moved into where my fiance was living. Our landlord, roommate, whatever you wanted to call him at the time, allowed us to live there, and everything was supposed to be good. Until I wake up and our whole house is full of crack smoke. So needless to say, I'm in recovery, and we had to go. So the stimulus checks and everything were starting to hit at that time, and we had to make a smart decision, and that was to go spend some money on a conversion van. So I know it sounds like a crazy idea, but this is what we did. We both worked full time, and we bought a 1997 Ford Econoline Mark III conversion van. Not a high rise or a high top, a nice regular one that's accommodating on the inside. If you've seen our van, then you know exactly which one I'm talking about. I've done quite a few videos with it, but I still have some more editing to do and more videos to get out when it comes to that. So yeah, me and my fiance Oriana and our dog Nala moved out of that roommate's house, which was totally possessed by evil demons in that household. It was just a very bad, volatile situation. So we moved out and started campground hopping, living at different campgrounds all over Maine and continuing to work full time and not be a bunch of stank yuppies, and maintaining a clean and sober life. And it was a great adventure for almost 7 months. We parked at a couple of friends' houses, and the van was accommodating when it come to plugging into landlines, and we both had cell phones, so hotspots and Wi-Fi and internet were most of the time very accommodating. At campgrounds, we'd have Wi-Fi, so watching movies and entertaining ourselves inside the van was not a bad situation. We had almost a full-size queen-size bed. In the back of our van, the seat, the third row seating folds down into about a queen size bed, which we built some extensions for the legs to extend out to a queen size bed, which us two and the dog could sleep very comfortably. Snug as a bug, as we would call it. Snug as a bug in a rug. So this is what we did for 6 months, continuing to work and to live normal lives, and just we were happy. We didn't have to answer to anybody. We weren't paying any rent. It just is very, very expensive during the summertime here in Maine to camp. We found that this glamour camping that these people do here is just completely mind-blowing to how many people you can fit in one little campground. How many you could put 7 pools in one campground and spread it out amongst yourselves or whatever. It's just 500 campers or RVs parked in the same area. It's just not camping to me. To me, you bring your supplies out there and you have an area to yourself to chop a tree down if that's plausible where you're camping, if that is your property or whatever the situation is, to be able to have a fire in your own area, to not have literally hundreds of people walking around you at all times. So the glamour camping was just, we found a good place. Acadia campgrounds they're just very accommodating, very nice people, and you have your privacy and you have your little piece that you're camping on, and people don't bother you and they're not walking around you, and their animals aren't shitting in your camp area, and so on and so forth. But so anyways, that was what we were doing, and the reason we were doing this was obviously to save money. And we weren't sure if we were going to get ourselves locked into an apartment or renting a house, or what we eventually got into now, which is our townhouse, which is a 2-bedroom, 1 bath with a basement that we're very blessed to be able to get into. And it was very, 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 very hard. Housing here in the north in New England it's really scary, and it's very stressful, especially when you have animals and you have a dog and you have a cat. We could not find anybody that would even listen to us about Nala and let her move in. And I had some things on my record, and Oriana had some things on her record, so it was just, wasted money on applications and just didn't even want to waste the time on it anymore. Getting turned down and leads just going south and people not responding back to phone calls or emails or applications, and the prices on things here are just, it's nuts. What is happening is that there is no poor and there is no middle anymore. Either you're surviving or you're rich, is what I believe it to be. There's no middle person anymore. There's no people that meet in the middle. Either you're up top or you're like floating to try and make it to the middle and survive. And if you're not making over $20 an hour in New England or here in Maine or New Hampshire, Massachusetts, if you're not making at least $20 an hour, and you're not blessed to maybe have a partner where both of you have incomes at this amount of an hour, like 2 people, $20 an hour, $40 an hour combined, is really, really, really stretching it. I repeat that, $40 an hour between 2 people is stretching it here. The prices have gone crazy on just food, cigarettes, bread, milk, butter, cheese, all of that stuff is gone through the roof. And housing, there's just not enough housing, and there's just a lot of people. And this is truly how I believe they're trying to force people out. So we remain pretty much homeless, living in the van for the last 2.5 months of it. We were looking for a place, saving and holding on to our money and trying to hold on to money by burning through it at campgrounds. So we finally got blessed with somebody, a friend, in our work area, our workspace, my girl's workspace, and we were able to get into this place and lock down the deposit and work all that out. And it always will work out. If you give up, then nothing good is going to happen of that. But we continue to fight and work and save and try to do the right things, and we got blessed with it. So that's basically the gist of that story, with me coming from Florida, doing my thing there, which I'm not even going to get into that, but maybe at some other point I'll do the story pre-Maine, like the last couple of years before I left Florida. And I've been here a year now in Maine, and I really like it here, and it's really peaceful, and it leaves me a lot of space to do different things. And one of them to be, I want to do something with YouTube, and I want to do some different formats, and I want to come at you with some different stuff throughout the years. I've done motorcycles and four-wheelers and dirt bikes. Now that I'm out here in the snow, I have a snowmobile. I'm going to leave it kind of out there for right now. I'm not going to get into particulars about it, but I have a snowmobile, a 600 two-stroke that I'm going to be doing a build on. And to get some more content for this channel, I really want to reach out with that. I want to do something a little bit different and branch out in a world that I've never been too involved in, and that's the snowmobile world. It's got a motor, it's a two-stroke. I'll get it to fire and I'll ride it. We'll see. I hope you guys hang in there, and you continue to watch my channel, and you'll subscribe and like and comment on all of my videos, and especially the newer ones that I am producing now with more a sober, like-minded mentality behind my videos. I hope you enjoyed this, and maybe this story might help somebody else out that's in recovery and is just trying to do the right things for themselves and their family. If you're in a situation where it's unhealthy and you have an option out to help yourself, you got to reach out and do that. And us living in a van, other than living with crackheads around us and unhealthy people that are doing each other and themselves wrong, I'd rather sleep in a van anywhere, but in a situation where I feel like my sobriety would ever be held over my head. And I'm not going to be disrespected about it. It's the way I feel, but if you feel the same way, let me know in the comments. I appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day. Peace.